So in a lot of shows, like these animated shows, the characters never age or never change much, but your characters are all evolving over the course of the seasons. So what do you like about those changes and about your characters changing over time?
Well, I mean, I do really enjoy shows where there's a continuation between episode to episode, mainly for the characters, because it's really amazing. The writers each episode find a new nuance to somebody's behavior. So for me as a viewer, I just really enjoy seeing the characters get more nuanced and dimensional. It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, just to see them like tackling new things in their kind of journey to growing up, like Moon having his first crush, or like running away from home for the first time, or in Moon's case, the like seventh time. Yeah, I think it's just fun, as Paul was saying, to see them become more and more like themselves in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for Honeybee, it's nice to see her like become more of a part of the town. Like when they make her the mayor, it's like, oh, she was a write-in vote. Like it was like Wolf ran, but everyone's like, no, we think Honeybee should run the town. And it was like, oh, I only grew up here and known you people my whole life, but cool. Let Honeybee do it. And so I think it's a thing where it's just like to see, cause I think sometimes like everyone feels like they're on the outside when they're in a new place. So to see her so embraced by the town, I think was really like fun to see.
And she started off more as like a stranger in the family, but now she just feels like one of the family, just as weird as the rest of them. So is there any thing that you're excited for people to see where you're doing just crazy things with the rest of the family?
There is a couple of adventures that go on, because like a lot of times, like Honeybee is down to clown, as the kids say, but a lot of times she's like the voice of reason in certain situations, but then she starts a shenanigan, but then she's like got to be the voice of reason in her own shenanigan. Or it's the wheels are already off and we're going to ride this monster truck all the way to the end of the driveway. So I like how she has her moments where she's just like, well, we can't do this. And other times it's like, we're doing it, and we'll figure out what happens when we get there.
Or she's on board by the end.
Yes,
and she starts out like,
we got to do it now. I'm already in the car, and I'm in the suit, so we have to go. Why am I covered in motor oil?
Now, is there any improv that goes on when you're recording these episodes? Because I mean, you guys are all funny people. Like, is there just any strength?
Yeah, we've started doing group records again. Like we didn't get to because of the pandemic and just a lot of other factors. And I think when we are in a group, it's much easier to kind of riff and bounce off of each other. But also the writing is so funny that you don't have to riff terribly a lot. But yeah, it does feel like when you're recording in a group, you can really feed off the energy of the other actors.
Well, there's like two lines specifically, because like sometimes when you're just going and you're talking in character, because people don't realize like there's a scene where we're all running, and so since we had to record because of the pandemic, we all had to record like half of season 1, 2, 3, 4 all from home. And so like half of 4 from home. And so there's a scene where like we're running and you're just in this booth by yourself, like and they're like, okay, we need more running sounds, and I'm like, this is crazy. Or like, we need you to sound cold. So you're like, this is but you have to have the physical acting to make your voice do it correctly. And there's 2 particular instances where Honeybee was like it's actually funny because that's how Honeybee got that Hulu award. But it's this, her and Wolf are caught in that snowstorm. And it's the line is, all I see is white. It's like something, and I was like, can I pitch? All I see is white. It's like when I met your family. And I never thought they were gonna use it. And then I saw the episode and I was like, oh, they used it. And then when they had the shrimp episode where they're like hallucinating trying to get that shrimp pimp shirt, it's I was like, can I just pitch something? They said, yeah. It's like, how can I be pink? I'm black. And so again, I didn't think they were gonna use it, and I watched the episode and I was like, they used it. Wait, am I in the WGA now? So the answer is no.
Speaking of that, there's been some storylines with Beef and his talking penis and Judy trying drugs. Has there been anything that has surprised you that they were able to go there in the show?
No, you know what? I feel like as extreme as maybe the stories get like that, this family is like so wholesome. It's like sort of a leavening quality to it all. Yeah.
When isn't he talking to a snowflake because he took old cough medicine?
Yes.
That was an episode where I was like, that's interesting. And I was like, didn't they just take promethazine and codeine off the shelves? CVS is a huge sign that they're not selling it no more. And now Wolf's drinking, Beef's drinking 25-year-old NyQuil, and he is gone. So I was like, oh, he's just zooted talking to a New Zealand snowflake?
Yes, something like
So a Kiwi snowflake. I was like, all right, girl. That was one episode I was like, oh, this is silly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the fourth season brought in Aunt Dirt to the family.
Mm-hmm.
So what did Jane Lynch bring to the whole dynamic of your family?
Well, Jay's like
Oh my
a
gosh.
legit terrific actress.
Yes.
I mean, like, I like watch her taking notes because she's so good. I mean,
know.
like, so when she joined us, it was a thrill. I loved it.
Yeah, and she just came in like it felt like her character was fully formed. Like she showed up, and it was like she had always played Aunt Dirt and had always been on the show. It was just so seamless that like she really had been just living in that bunker and was like ready to emerge. So, and I think she has a fun dynamic with the other characters just because her energy is so different than everyone else's. Yeah.
And so, are there any other new characters or that you can talk about for?
Are there any characters?
There's
Not as much as I feel like Aunt Dirt's the big one.
It's been like so clear to us. Like everyone loves Jane Lynch. Like
add
audiences
too
just
many-
automatically love her.
You don't want to. Listen, you don't want to Stoney Jackson this. 'Cause I don't know if you remember a show from the 80s, but if Stoney Jackson showed up in your last season, your show was getting canceled. Like, I could not imagine buying a new house and watching Stoney Jackson walk in and be like, son of a bitch. Call my agent, we're getting canceled. Look this up. There was an actor in the 80s. If he showed up on your show, you got canceled.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what
yeah.
it was.
He came with pink slips.
Yes,
That
he
was
just
everybody.
was like, you better pay that car off. You better get that tuition together. Now Stoney Jackson's here, babe. You getting canceled. So they're trying to. I think they're trying to like establish Aunt Dirt, and plus her and Moon have such a fun relationship. And then like they have another like there's another female character on the show, so you can see now you have like the dynamic with like her and Judy and Honeybee. So it's like these different generations that are coming together.
Very good.
And is there anything that you're excited for people to see coming up for either storylines or for your characters?
There's a really funny episode about Wolf where
Oh yes.
they think he's mistaken having done something, and he goes crazy trying to prove somebody that he's not doing it. And the ending was the funniest thing to me in the table read. I was like, tears were streaming down my face. I was turning to everybody like, can you believe it ended that way? It was really good. So
And
people
then
look forward to that.
Wolf and Honeybee they're working on their businesses and it's going great. And then they get in their own way. And so, because you see them have so many, like, the disposable napkin pants and all these different ideas that they always come up with. And was the gym in the house and all this other stuff.
Yes.
And you see them like, yes, they're going to achieve this dream. And it does what it does. And Wolf and Honeybee show up. And, it's the thing, it's like, we're doing great, but what if this? And, sometimes you just get in your own way. So, but the episode's great. It was so funny to read in the table read because sometimes stuff is just funny and it just hits you in a certain way.
Yeah.
The last episode, there was just a joke that we had. I was just like, oh, this is... I was like, yo, somebody... I gotta take a... Like, this is like... Okay, I get it now. I get.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes sense to me.
right. And the
Yeah,
table
yeah,
reads
yeah.
are great too because
table
we
reads
get
are
to. That was something that was held
yes.
off during COVID and quarantine and lockdown and stuff. So getting back together with everybody at the table reading scripts is really fun.
Because sometimes just the way you say just what can just be very funny. Because you see you see just what on the page, but just it's truly about like the inflection of something, and that's a testament to the writers, and then us the other actors in the table read because we used to do them on Zooms, but it just doesn't.
It's just not the same.
It's not the same.
Yep.